So, Dad, that's the best thing to talk about is all the trades that happened.
Holy smokes. Well, I wrote them down. I have to admit I wrote them down. And there's one trade, or not a non-trade, was Dubas was really upset with Kyle Davidson. He was the Chicago. He leaked to the press.
So the trade was that the Leafs are going to do, I think, Mikhailov and another guy, prospect who plays in college, and a first-round pick for Fleury and Hagel, who had 21 goals.
Yeah.
So that was the trade that wasn't made, but...
So do you think Dubas had a right to be upset?
Yeah, I think he did. He definitely had a right to upset because now Campbell thinks that, they're going into the playoffs. Even he knows Fleury. If he had got a hold of Fleury would be the guy going into the playoffs.
He wouldn't be playing.
But you still make you make your goalie look bad. Not bad. That's not the word. But you make him think that he's number two. They play number three, and he should never ever. That's a rookie GM doing that. Well, Tim, I think I'll go over I wrote them all down, and for the guys that are in, where did you say that you say they're in Ukraine?
Here's a strange one, Cindy. So the war going on in the Ukraine now has been going probably a month now, right?
Yeah.
And on our website we can look to see where our downloads are. In the last 2 weeks, we've had over 200 downloads in the Ukraine.
Uh-oh. Is Trudeau not telling us something?
I don't know. I don't understand that one.
But it's kind of strange.
It is kind of strange.
Yeah. So
with all the things going on, we must be putting more soldiers over in there or something. Well, Leafs picked up Giordano and Blackwell. I don't know about Blackwell too much, but I know one thing. I like that Giordano. He's a hometown boy, and he looked pretty good. And I think he's going to play good for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs lost Travis McDermott. I'll tell you one thing: the Bruins got that big Josh Brown, big defenseman, 6'5". Bruins always get guys big. That Lindrum looked pretty good. He got an assist on the winning goal. Oh, by the way, I have to mention Marchment's goal. Holy smokes, that winning goal last week.
It was in 3-on-3 against Montreal.
And I thought he lost the puck. And I showed it over, and let's see if he lost the puck. That was something you do in the next. You do that in a practice sometime.
Yeah, it was like you look at it. It was like, okay, it's last shot on net. Then you're going off.
And you're just fooling around.
What a goal!
Oh, what a goal!
But that Hampus Lindros. Imagine he signed 8 years, $50 million.
Well, he looked pretty good though. He looked like fit right in. He's a big guy, and.
So you and I were talking the other day, Dad. That you looked at the teams that were trading. There's a common theme.
They have an edge. Most of the guys they traded getting ready for the playoffs. Everybody wanted to get ready for the playoffs because, as I've said many times before, I started right from training camp getting ready for the playoffs because nobody cares about the regular season, and you could see every guy that was traded had a little edge to him.
So, Dad, the Hurricanes they picked up Max Domi for he's got 10 goals and 23 points.
Well, he plays with an edge. We were talking about him, and I think that Brendan Moore is the coach, and if you can't get along with Brendan Moore, you won't get along with anybody because he knows what's going on.
So, Dad, the Lightning, they're trying to three-peat. They're struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah, they're not playing the way they can play. If you're going to go into a slump, this is the time to go into a slump.
But, boy, they got bigger. They got that Niley Rash from Seattle. He's 6'2". Nick Paul from Ottawa got goals.
Yeah, he got a beautiful goal.
First game, 6'3". They got that Hagel, got 21 goals from Chicago. Why would Chicago trade him?
I don't understand that. There's supposed to be a
rebuild
or something, and they get rid of the young guy. I don't understand that. I don't know.
Well, Taze and Kane weren't too happy.
No. I know, and they said something in the paper. Usually they don't say something in the paper. But go ahead, Tim.
And I think there's a couple other ones. Well, Florida, again, they got bigger. They got that defenseman from Buffalo, who's 6'2", that Hague. And then they got Claude Giroux and Ben Sherratt.
Yeah, Giroux. Well, he was going to go. They gave him a pretty good send-off in Philadelphia. But Giroux, he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, he got a point, I think, 7 seconds into his first game. But maybe just talk a little bit about, like, Florida was in first place, I think second overall in the league, first place in the East. And you know that Giroux and Sherrod are going to play a ton of ice time.
Yeah.
Can that screw up?
The only problem, Tim, I see in that is there's they were going pretty good, Florida.
Yeah,
there's two guys who are not going to play. I don't care what you say. Two guys who are playing regular on that team are not going to play. And, either that or they'll go down to the fourth line. They call them fourth lines now. And life isn't fair. That's the way Have
you ever been on a team where guys come in, not so coaching, but maybe playing, and maybe in your day it was different, that a guy came into the team and kind of threw off the team?
No, we were always happy the guy come in. But the guys that don't play bond together. And the guys, if they're in the doghouse of the coach, they bond together. And that's why I sometimes... When I was with the Boston Bruins, we'd get a guy hurt. I wouldn't bring a guy up. And the guys in Rochester never understood that. We had pretty good players down there. And Harry just let me go. Harry sent in the general manager, just let me go. If we had lost, we were gone. But the players knew what I was doing. And I was protecting their job. And when you do that, boy, you better win, because if you don't win, you're gone.
So, Dad, talking about pressure to win, the Minnesota Wild GM, Billy Guerin, he's under a little bit of pressure to win.
I just admire that Guerin, because imagine going into the owners, you go in Suter, I think it's Suter and Parisi, two top players, but you're never ever going to win with them. I think he just started to play now, Parisi, going for next year. But anyhow,
$200 million worth of contract.
$200 million.
Holy smokes.
And you're going in and you're going to say, we want to get rid of them.
They're going to buy him out.
You're going to buy them out. You talk about a lot
That's
of guts.
a tough sell.
That is a tough sell. The owner that really doesn't know what's going on. And I really admire him. And they're doing pretty good. And he made a trade for Fleury. And he's playing Fleury. And they should do pretty good in the playoffs. They're a pretty good team right now.
Yeah, well, I think it shifted the whole thing. And we were talking about they got tougher. So they got a guy named Jacob Middleton from the Sharks, 6'3" defenseman. He does
Everybody's
6
big.
hits a game is his average. And then that De La Rosa, they got him, and he leads the league in fights.
They got a tough club. They got a good goalie now, and the owner they must believe in Guerin.
Yeah.
Right?
The one thing I couldn't believe about Minnesota, they're fourth in the league in goals for.
Yes.
And they're like 20th in goals against.
Well,
so that's why they got Fleury.
Yeah,
right?
Fleury. Yeah, Fleury. He's I know he's old. They say he's old and that now, but he's playing like he's 20 years old. He's playing as good now as he ever played.